Well, hello, Aaron. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm really excited to be here with you today. So, ladies and gentlemen, we first need to introduce the one and only Mr. Aaron Stringer, who is an estate planning attorney with Red Cliff Legal in St. George. And we are kicking off his mini podcast series today. It's called Legacy Made Clear, where estate planning makes sense. And today's first episode answers the question that I know many people have asked you, Aaron, is do I really need an estate plan even if I'm not wealthy? Take it away.
Yeah, it really is. It's one of those top questions that I get all the time. I think people have this image of when they hear the word estate, they think of like Downton Abbey and this English garden type of thing.
Yeah.
But an estate is really, if you have a bank account, you have an estate. If you have a home, you certainly have an estate. So it's not just about having an estate that's worth millions. It's just about owning something. And if you own something, then it's going to be very helpful to have a plan for what you're going to do with it, whether it's a big thing or a small thing.
So, what I need an estate plan, even if I don't own real estate, let's just say I have some money and some stocks and bonds and precious metals and a motorcycle. Do I still need an estate plan for all that, or do I have to have
Yeah.
real estate too?
Yeah, and that's it is a great question because a lot of times, there are some estate planning attorneys that they'll really just focus on, oh, everyone needs a trust or everyone just needs a will or this or that. It's really about just meeting with the person. I know that's extreme. You meet with the person and actually learn about them and find out what they do have. Is it just that motorcycle? Then that's great. Maybe that's a very important motorcycle to that person. And so we want to make sure that we plan in a way that's going to take care of that person's needs. And yeah, even if you don't own real estate, there could be other reasons to still might have to avoid probate for one thing. So that's one thing to take into account. But also, where do you want that to go to? Do you want it to go just according to the state laws? Do you want the court to decide what happens? So yeah, even if there isn't real estate, if there's no home or land involved, still want to have a plan set up, even if it's a simpler plan.
So you mentioned a word that I know strikes fear and trepidation into the hearts of many, and that word was probate. What is probate? Why do I not want to go through it, and how do I avoid it?
Right. It's one of those things that's it's well intentioned. It's good that we have probate set up. Really, what it is, it's whenever someone dies, if they own property, there has to be some kind of legal function that transfers that property to wherever it's supposed to go. And so, if there is no plan set up, or if the plan that was set up just it didn't involve probate avoidance, then yeah, that person's estate will have to go through probate. And what that means is that usually it's a family member, a loved one, and they basically have to just kind of volunteer themselves, and they say, okay, I will take on this matter, and that means they're going to go through that person's shoe boxes to find out all the receipts, all the information about that, what they own, what they owe, what's involved. They usually need to hire an attorney to help them through the probate process because certain documents have to be prepared and filed with the court. There's usually at least a hearing involved where you have to show up at court, and then there's the very strict um, regulations and rules about how it proceeds forth. And eventually, when you come out the other end, property can be distributed and go wherever it's supposed to go. So the reason it has that really bad reputation is just because it takes a lot of time. So, the simplest of cases can be months long. So 6 months just to do something that should have been very straightforward and just, you know, transferred to the kids, for example, even if it's that simple. And then the attorney's fees, that's really one of the biggest things. You're paying for something, thousands of dollars for something if you planned ahead. It'd be very simple, might not even need an attorney in many cases. So that's the biggest thing, just the money and the time that it takes.
Yeah, so I've heard the best way to save money and time and a lot of stress and family relationships is to get an estate plan done. I've had some friends who did not do that and they went through probate and they were the person that was assigned, to do all the stuff, collect everything and organize it. And it ended up that everyone in the family ended up hating that person. So well, Uncle Bob said I could have this. Well, no, he didn't, it was
Yeah.
horrible. So it's like, just call a really good estate planning attorney and get this worked out. So, any final words of wisdom before we conclude today's lesson on estate planning?
Yeah, I would say, make sure that you remember that it's not just for the wealthy. It's not just, and really, it's just not just about property either. There are things like guardianship. If you have minor children, you want to figure out how they're going to be taken care of if you're not around. You want to make sure you have your healthcare wishes are known. So lots of other factors that go into a real comprehensive estate plan that we need to discuss and lay out so everyone's can understand what your plans are. And so I do that with a free consultation. Can just give me a call, 35-817-9187. Website is redclifflegal.com. You can set up a free consultation right through there as well. And even email me, just astringer@redclifflegal.com. Let me know when you're available and we'll get something set up.
Sounds great. Aaron, thank you for today. You have been a wealth of information about estate planning and why everyone needs one. We'll see you guys again next time with another exciting edition of Legacy Made Clear. Take care, Aaron.
Thank you. Take care.